Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where we answer sporting questions from the chat. Has been the final day of Premier League action. Manchester City win the Premier League title again. 4p. Fucking 4p. I'm devastated about it. Well, I'm not devastated about it though. Arsenal finished runners up. Obviously, we knew that Liverpool and Aston Villa had confirmed Champions League qualification. Spurs, Chelsea, and Tottenham Hotspur. They're the three teams in Europe. Obviously, Spurs and Chelsea, Europa League, Newcastle in Conference League as it stands. My team, Manchester United, in eighth. Absolute jolting. But here we are. So we'll be discussing all of that. But before we continue, big up to everyone who joined over from the raid on Saeed's channel. Big up to everyone that was already here. Hit the like button on the video. There's over 130 people here. I don't know how many likes were on, but it's not enough. Let me double check this. How many likes are we actually on, people? We are on only 13 likes. That's terrible. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Let's run up the likes. Make sure you share this across all the socials regardless. And please make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. And like I stated at the start, it is the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. So get your questions in, whether it's Manchester City 4-peating, whether it's Arsenal finishing runners-up, whether it's on Chelsea and Spurs finishing in Europa League spots, whether it's Manchester United, whatever the case may be, people. But if you are a member of the channel, your question takes priority like a super chat. So if you're a member or you super chat, I will star your question and I will get to it. So there are two surefire ways to make sure your question does indeed get read out. God, welcome to the show, though. My like TJ is in the building. Yes, TJ, what are you saying?
Oh, hey, Flawless.
What's happening?
You know when you go and see a movie that you've seen before, right? And it's like it's not necessarily like it's a sad movie because you want to feel emotional and you want your heart broken one more time.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning hoping that movie was going to have a different ending.
Of course.
And just like a kid that didn't get what he wanted on Christmas morning, I am sitting here one more time in second place, extremely disappointed. And but at the same time, we all expected it, right? Like, I think
your mic sounded a little bit funny. Turn it back on. No, that's all good.
Yeah, my bad.
I didn't know if it was on my end. That's all. It's cool. Just making sure. Now go on. I think you mute. Yeah, TJ.
This mic's been absolutely crazy today.
Listen, I can hear you anyway. Yeah, I can hear you. It still sounds a little bit funny, but I can still hear you clear. Go on, carry on.
Jeez. I'm really annoyed.
Anyway,
yeah, no, man. I'm just extremely disappointed. Obviously, we were depending on Spurs. We were depending on West Ham. We were depending on everybody but ourselves to do the business, and we didn't do it. I mean, we knew after that Villa game that it was long. We were done, and it was just hopium and copium.
Go back to what your mic's now even moving even funnier. Go back to what you did, what you had it on the setting initially.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all good. I thought it was just me. Yeah, the chat saying the mic's moving a bit crazy. It's all good. So you can pattern it. It's all good. No worries. It's all good. Maybe turn the volume down a little bit. It might be that.
No, hold on. All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Good.
That's better.
All right, cool. Sorry about that, chat. Chat. Big up, guys. Big up the chat. Smash the likes. But yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, like Don C in the chat says, it is what it is. We've been calling this for a while. It wasn't gonna. The stars weren't aligning. Constellations weren't coming into play, bro. The Kool-Aid stayed on the shelves, bro. And at the end of the day, we as Arsenal fans, we as Arsenal as an organization need to look at ourselves. I mean, Mikel Arteta went on the field and said, you know what, we expect more than this, and you guys deserve more than this. And you know what, you're 100% correct. We do. As a fan base, we do. As a fan of this league, outside of him being a Manchester City supporter, the fans of this league deserve more. They deserve to see a different champion. They deserve to see different scenarios. But instead, every other team other than Manchester City are doing what we need to be doing. and that we're now being called the Farmers League. We're now being called the next Bundesliga. We're now being called.
We are the Bundesliga.
And you know what? And you know what? And everybody can have a party about saying Arsenal effed it up. Arsenal effed it up. Every other team in the league effed it up.
Agreed.
Too. There were other losers in this league.
Liverpool in particular.
Well, Liverpool in particular. I mean, you could say it is what it is, but at the same time, the competitiveness of this league has gone way downhill, and it's something we need to be looking at ourselves. Not if you're not wearing the blue of Manchester City, are you going to hold yourself to a higher standard to say, hey, we are not a Farmers League. We're going to start critically challenging for this league. Because otherwise, I mean, it's a foregone conclusion. You're just watching reruns of the same freaking Full House episode where DJ gets in trouble, but at the end, they end up hugging it out. You know, it's the same ending over and over and over and over and over again. And I can't do it, man. Like literally, I'm wearing this USA hat because maybe something will happen for the US team. You never know. You never know. But I know right now what is going to happen next season because I've seen this episode three times before. We're going to get to the wedding. We're about to get married and then somebody comes in and objects. Yep. And then the bride runs off with Pep Guardiola. Yep. You know, and it's absolutely insane to me that certain people in the fan base, and I'm not going to go. I went on a show. When was it? Thursday, and I said I am not going to judge how anybody decides to support Arsenal or anybody decides to support your own team, but I am going to continue to say we need a higher standard of recruitment. We need a higher standard of football. We need a higher standard of leadership in this club if we are going to get to where we want to be.
Talk about it.
And look. Yeah, no, I'll talk about it. People are calling me Mr. Negative because, you know, I've wanted Arteta out for the last year now.
You called it spot on though. That's the craziest part. You called it spot on. Like you said, hey, if we are yes, we're playing well currently because at times you were playing well. You were slapping teams defensively on point, scoring goals for fun, but we are going to fall short, and you fell short.
I'm glad you said that though because look, it's so funny. Big up Foz. It's so funny because people in my group chats and big up everybody. I'm not going to out anybody, but they were saying, TJ, you want to lose so you can be right. No, I don't.
No, I don't. Correct.
I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong in the best way possible. I wish I was sitting here today instead of sitting here on Sarcasm City TV. I wish I was sitting on my channel and doing an apology stream to Mikel Arteta, which is what I promised I would do if we lost.
True.
And it didn't happen. So I'm here with my guy Flawless, with Kaneki. God damn it. And Foz. And I'm just saying, you know what? I'm right, but I don't like being right.
Well,
I don't like being right.
People saying you want to be wrong is crazy because you are Arsenal through and through, and you wanted to be wrong.
I wanted to be wrong so much, just like Cam wanted to be wrong, just like Lee Gunner wanted to be wrong, just like Northside wanted to be wrong, just like all of us wanted to be wrong. Because at the end of the day, we're all fans, but we have to hold it again for another 365 days.
Please. And you know the crazy part
of people smiling at me with that wry smile, like Flawless is doing, like Kaneki is doing, even though you guys are squarely in 8th place.
Not TJ. You know why I'm smiling? They even to do you not losing. It's not even that's it. Yeah, it's not even that. You know why I'm smiling? Because I can see this happening again next year. I can see the same thing happening again next year. And the same people who are in pain right now will drink the Kool-Aid again. That's the craziest part.
See, and here's the thing: is my lips are not stained, are not stained at all. Purple, blue, whatever. I am not drinking the Kool-Aid. I looked at it. I went, but I didn't actually drink it. Okay, I knew that a miracle would have to happen, and depending on an outgoing David Moyes and a Jared Bowen-less team to go to Manchester City and beat them. It's hope. It's hope strategy like I've never seen. Shout out my guy Southern Gooner, Matty. Yeah. But at the end of the day, man, I'm not gonna say we bottled it. We just lost.
It's not good enough. I hear that. Before we get to Kaneki, big up Facts as well. And before we get to Facts, continue to get your questions in. Like I said, if you're a member, people, if you're a member of the channel at any level, link for the membership is in the pinned comment. Then that's a one surefire way to make sure your question gets answered on the Q&As, people. Go on, Facts. You was going to say something before we go to Kaneki.
Yeah, all good. I do have a gift for TJ here, but I'm going to wait till the transportation gone away.
All right, cool.
I do have a gift for TJ. 20 years, no league title. 20 years, I say. 20 years, no league title. Play football the Arsenal way. 20 years, no league title. 20 years, I say. 20 years, no league title. Play football the Arsenal way. Big up, lads. Make sure to get the chance going later on, guys. Big up, everyone.
Big up, Facts. Go on, Kaneki.
That guy literally came on here from whatever Holiday Inn party he's at to come and banter me, dude. This is the worst day of my life. I'm not gonna lie. All right, keep going.
It's crazy. Go on, Kaneki. I know you got ample to say. So Flo's.
I just came on here to get cooked, I guess. And I'm here so I don't get fired. Go, Kaneki. This is absolutely unbelievable, bro. I can't believe him. This is so wild. This is so wild because I don't deserve this. Yikes. Big up to chat. Maybe this guy will stop laughing soon.
I can't. You guys just have to go down in 2 minutes. Okay. TJ, I feel, I feel so bad for you guys. So I have something here for you Arsenal fans. I'm going to give you guys something to lift right now. Seeing the season is finished, I'll give you something to lift. It's right here. Can you see it? You guys can lift this right here. It's fantastic, isn't it? I spent 3 years of my budget on this. You like it?
It's drywall.
Glistening, isn't it?
It's drywall.
What? Do you not see it right here? It's right here, man.
Oh my God.
It's nothing, fam. It's nothing. It's beautiful, isn't it? I emptied the bank on it. Look at it. It's beautiful. Nice, sexy, and you can carry it everywhere. It fits in your car. You can hang it up on your wall. It's just a whole lot of nothing, fam. Yeah, it's a whole lot of nothing. Yeah? Every day, every single time I say it. And this isn't even going out to you. It's to your mutant fan base right now. Fingers on your lip. I'm tired of hearing you speak. Yeah? You man talk like you're Real Madrid and you're not even better than Leicester. Keep your fingers on your lip. What are you talking about? People making fun of Old Trafford leaking. The water running off Old Trafford's roof has seen more titles than the Emirates. Yeah? My water, the waterfall of Manchester United has more European heritage than your entire damn club, fam. That waterfall has European heritage.
I'll dust off my history book so I can read about it, but keep going.
All right. I can't understand that. I'm eighth. Today I played like I'm eighth. You man are second, and you played like you were eighth. How does that work?
Are we really going to talk about the game that didn't end up mattering?
Yeah, we are. because
Kaneki, we played like we had one eye on the scoreboard, which is exactly what was happening. Like
No.
I don't blame the players for
No,
how they have
TJ,
for how they play today.
this is not based on the results. I was told by your fan base you're going to go against Everton. You're going to demolish them 8-0, and you're going to win the title because I saw your club. I'm saving what I really am going to do for the show. But I'm going to absolutely rip into your disgraceful team. A blank Premier League trophy for what? Did you actually think?
For those that don't know, Yardman show tomorrow. Go on, carry on.
Yeah.
Big up the Yardman show.
I thought Ryan's 16 out of 10 was bad. You man having the league title at your stadium. Really? Did you actually think David Moyes was going to do something against Pep Guardiola?
Moise.
He didn't do me any favors, that's for sure.
Moise.
Yeah. Everyone's saying, "Oh, West Ham scored the goal." Let's be real. When West Ham scored one, if City were actually taking that game any kind of serious, West Ham should have been down by 5 before Kudus scored. Let's not even forget that.
No, I know
West
you're
Ham
right.
should have been down by 5.
I agree.
Yeah. By 5, yeah. TJ, I have to apologize because you're getting the brunt of shit that's not even for you. But you're guilty based on association. You're an Arsenal fan, dog.
Yeah, he deserves that. Yeah, you know what, TJ? You deserve that, yo. That's your fault, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm with you on that.
I don't. No. Before you keep going, Kaneki, and you are cooking, so I'm gonna let you keep going. But I'm here because I don't run. Okay, I will be here every Thursday when Flawless messages me. I will be here every single time.
Oh yeah,
I will be. I do not run. I will be on TJ Warren TV tomorrow. I will be on American Waffle tomorrow. I will be everywhere.
No,
because
TJ.
I don't run. Because guess what? Guess what? I do believe before my time is done on this platform, we will win something. We will win something. And if that day comes, when that day comes, Kaneki, you better pray that you won the lottery and you went off to some tropical island somewhere.
Oh, no.
Again.
Nah, you're still gonna see my dumb face here. That's 1,000%. That's 1,000%. You still gonna see my face here.
Cam, you don't deserve this shit. You don't deserve this shit for sure.
No. All right.
100%.
You're still gonna do it. And to the super chat. Can you put up the super chat?
Yeah, I
love
get
these
to
guys.
I get to the super chat.
No, put it up right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to
I
it.
love this. This
me
brother who is in 8th.
Kaneki. All right, go on. You read it out. Go on.
All right. This brother who is in 8th, thank you, also won nothing. Well, we don't really know that yet. There's a 0.00000. Yeah. All right. Like, yo, we have a 0-0. Listen to this. I have a higher chance dying from my bed right here than we do winning the league, winning against City. All right. So trophyless, we don't really know. We all know we're trophyless, you know. But let's have it stamped first, TJ. Let's be real. You suppose you know me. You know me. I'm not sitting here going to tell you we're winning shit against Manchester City.
All right, let me get to this. This is Big Up Lee Slim says this brother who is in 8th also won nothing. His team is shy. Come here to banter. TJ and Arsenal brother use the super chat to fix the Leafs. Big up Lee Slims for the super chat. Big up all my petitions as well. Yeah, go on, Kaneki. I'll let you respond to this before I get to the rest of the questions.
So Slims, let me do me a favor first. We can give you back this, and you can use this to help fund Arsenal's transfer budget. Yeah, because you need a striker more than we need to fix our roofs. Yeah. We're 8th.
I don't know about that. That's going to become a structural issue pretty soon.
That roof's been leaking since 2003. All right. So let's go with that.
It's a ticking time bomb, Kaneki.
Yeah, you finished 8th. Well, you guys did that twice. So I don't think we're that bad to do it twice. To finish 8th twice. We won nothing. Well, this is our first trophyless season. I'm shameless. I will kick you while you're down and I'll laugh while you do it. I'm in shit. I'm dragging you in the shit with me. Ain't no choice. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Where you are, You're at the top of the tree. I'm stoning you out of that damn tree, dog. I don't like you guys. So Lee Slims, you need to understand this. Yeah? You're guilty on association. You man are losers. You man are celebrating second. Ollie finished second and I wanted his head. Mourinho finished second and I was pissed off. Yeah? City went on 100 points. I don't care. I don't care. We should have never have lost to Manchester City at Old Trafford. When we finished second with under Ollie, I wanted Maguire hanged for that. Because that season's derailing was his fault.
Not literally, people, theoretically. Go on.
No, theoretically.
Yeah, just
The Everton 3-3 was his fault. Because remember, we were 5 points clear of City with 2 games in hand. The 3-3 against Everton, Maguire's fault. The loss against Sheffield, Maguire's fault. The loss against Leicester, Maguire's fault. Then City just took the lead from us and we never got it back.
Yeah,
He's still on your team, by the way.
No, I'm still on my team. What I'm just trying to explain to Lee Slims right here is that I don't care. I don't care. City has 115 charges. The 115 charges isn't the reason why you failed to beat Fulham, big man. Yeah? The 115 isn't the reason why you got good evening at your yard by Ollie Watkins. Yeah? 115 charges wasn't there, fam. You man bottled it. I don't care what anybody wants to say. This was your league to lose and you lost it. Yeah? This was yours to lose and you lost it. Yeah? You bottled it. You choked. You fumbled. Yeah? This is the kick to win the Super Bowl and you're Cody Parkey. Yeah? Doink.
Yes,
Yeah? Doink.
No,
Let me get to this big up. Yeah, go on, TJ.
no. As much as I hate what Kaneki is saying, he's right. We're 2 years away from being the Premier League answer to the Buffalo Bills. If you know, you know.
That's true.
Like we so close, no cigar. I'm gonna let Kaneki have this one because at the end of the day, he's looking at the toaster, he's looking at that bathtub, and then he has to watch Manchester United play every weekend. So I'm like, what am I supposed to say to this guy? Like,
Exactly.
literally, like this is probably the best day of Kaneki's year. So I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna
Almost.
It's gonna be okay. Yeah, no. Second to you guys losing 5-0 at Wembley next weekend, and I will be there, my friend.
No.
I
That
will
would be the
right here
second
on this
best.
platform. I will be right here on this platform while you guys get absolutely cooked.
Yes.
And then while you guys are
Hey.
not playing in Europa next season, or in Europe anywhere, to be honest.
It
It is
doesn't matter.
what it
You'll
is.
join us soon.
While you guys continue to try to develop your team around a dead manager, because I don't think Ten Hag is going anywhere.
That's gonna be an interesting.
Yeah.
Let me get to
That's
this.
gonna be interesting.
Big up.
Let's see.
He says, TJ, who are strikers, midfielders, and wingers are you hoping to see us bringing in?
Isak at striker
gonna happen.
minimum.
Well,
I
not
know
first.
it's not going to happen. That's what I'm afraid of, Kaneki. I don't think it's going to happen either.
You're saying open them. Yeah, it's cool. Go on.
Yep, Paulinho. I've said I want Paulinho at 6 for a while. I think he's solid. The fact that we re-signed Jorginho, yeah, okay, he'd be good in the cups, but other than that, I don't really want to see him starting big games anymore. I think it lacks ambition. But that's just me. And then wingers, I mean, you saw the kind of winger I want today, and that was Mohamed Kudus. What a baller! What a player!
Okay.
The only person that can walk away from that game with Man City today with his head held high. What a goal! And I've been calling for a winger like that for a long time. We were calling for Kudus. We were calling for Moussa Diaby. We were calling for these kinds of talents, but with players with potential like Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka here, I don't see us going out and getting any sort of winger with any sort of potential. It's unfortunate. And all those people in the chat giving it the big one saying Saka is better than Vinny, you know you're not correct. Saka has not had a good season. Obviously, not having a good season for him, it still means 20 plus GA, which I hope he's okay. I think he comes back. And I think he has a better season next season. Hopefully Southgate doesn't throw him to the wolves and freaking
You know damn
That's what I
well.
worry. That's what I worry about. That's what I worry about. And I'm not trying to spin off too much, but man, like Arsenal fans need to calm down a little bit about Bukayo Saka because he's
DJ.
going to continue to be run into the ground the way that he has over the summer and or over the course of the year. And Southgate's going to run him more into the ground. And then I
Yeah.
guarantee you, after the Euros are over, I'm going to LA to go see Arsenal play Manchester United in a preseason game, and I bet you
It's in
dollars
LA.
Bukayo Saka starts that game.
Yeah, it's highly likely. Let me get to this from Warrior J because again, you lot continue to run up your questions. Get your questions in, as well, members, and of course, if you super chat, we'll get to it. But bigger Warrior J, and I pick out the best questions if it's a non-member or non-super chat. He says, "I want to ask all of you who's been signing of the season, underrated, overrated player this season. Signing of the season, I think we're all in agreement with Cole Palmer. I think Cole Palmer has been the signing of the season. I don't dispute that.
I don't
Underrated.
Yeah.
Indisputable.
Who's an underrated player with this? I say before I say again, I go with Dogie at Spurs. I think he's been the
I'm
most
not-
underrated.
Spurs' goalkeeper. Spurs' goalkeeper.
Vicario.
Yeah.
Vicario's
Yeah.
a shot.
Spurs'
I
goalkeeper.
think Vicario. Here's the thing. I think Vicario was rated if we were talking about it in 2023, but just because his team doesn't protect him, he's fallen off. But I agree with Kaneki. Vicario is an incredible goalkeeper. He's made Spurs look a lot better than they are, especially with the injuries they suffered on their back line towards the business end of the season. I think Vicario suffered because of that, to be 100%.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, when it goes to the overrated this season signing, I'm going to have Diaby at Aston Villa.
Dude, you know what? That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Diaby at Aston Villa.
Ooh, this is a good question. Who's been the overrated time?
Overrated.
Hey, chat, hit us with some overrated.
Oh! Can I throw something out there? And people in the
sure.
chat aren't gonna like it, especially if they're from Tottenham. But screw them, they're from Tottenham. Look,
Hey,
James
Cam,
Maddison.
you say? I think Maddison though got his praise for the start of the season.
No.
He's getting criticism for the second.
Yeah,
half.
but
Put it like
he's getting criticism. He comes back from injury, and everybody
Does
expects him
nothing.
to do the same thing, and he does nothing.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So I wouldn't say overrated. It's more like, would you say fairly? Like he did
I'd say-
perform, but he didn't.
Did
But he
regress
just fell
back
off.
to
I'd say-
Leicester City norm.
I'd say disappointing. If he was a
Okay.
disappointing,
Disappoint.
side of the
Thank you.
season. Yeah,
Because
disappointing
TJ
side.
does have a point. TJ does have a point. So yeah, I'll give him that. For overrated, I want to say Diaby, but because he's somebody I highly rate, but I can just have it as he's fighting for his position with Leon Bailey, because him and Leon Bailey has
Leon
been
Bailey.
good, but the hype he came to the Premier League with, I told everybody, why you hyping him? I understand he has 99 pace on FIFA. That doesn't
bad boy on FIFA.
Yeah.
like that doesn't translate to what he is actually on a pitch. So why I want to say overrated is because these FIFA nerds try to hype him up, like they did with Nicolas Pepe, and then when he started performing the way how he was actually performing in the Bundesliga, they're calling him shit.
Yeah.
So for overrated, I'm going to put Diaby, but another name in it as well. Another person I'm going to put in it as well is what's his name that I keep.
The chat comes there saying he's in terms of overrated, even though I don't think he's been. Let me just clarify this. I don't think he's been a bad signing for his club, but to me, it is Kai Havertz. I don't think he's been a bad signing. I just think the bar was on the floor. I think he's done decent, but I don't think he's been a good signing or a great signing.
Kai Havertz had to rebuild his rating. No, Kai Havertz had to rebuild his rating. All right. Chelsea crippled this guy. I'm not going to praise him and say he was immaculate, but he's shown that the problem wasn't him. At least he's done that. He showed the problem was not him.
He can play in a system, which I think most players are capable.
Yeah.
Not all,
I
but
don't.
Like the vast majority. But that's me. I would say that's me.
Here's the thing, and I said this during the Manchester City Arsenal Man United show we did on Thursday. I said this. I said I don't think he's necessarily. I think I gave him overrated, but I also gave him the benefit of the doubt because he can't help where he plays, and he showed that playing that left side at 8, he was garbage. But Arteta kept trying to force the issue, and when you saw him play in that 9, and we had a sampling of this during the Community Shield, which I don't understand why he didn't just start that to begin with, because he looked good in the 9 position. But he kept trying to force the Jesus agenda, trying to force the Eddie Nketiah agenda to say, "Oh yeah, we have a true number 9," but they weren't it. So the fact that your best number 9 ended up being Kai Havertz because you couldn't find any better position for him, that's more of an indictment on the manager than it is anything else. And look, like everybody's going to be given the Arteta the pat on the back. I don't think he deserves it.
No,
I don't think he deserves it, because I think we had enough in this squad to get it over the line. And there were 3 or 4 extremely bad decisions that were made in extremely key moments by this manager.
Yeah.
And people are defined, and campaigns are defined by moments and the decisions that leaders make in those moments. And Arteta made enough bad decisions to cost us the title. And I think Havertz, big up Havertz. He had, and I agree with Flawless. The bar was on the floor. I was messaging Flawless as soon as we signed him, and I'm just kind of like woke up to this news, going back to bed. Unbelievable, bro. I cannot believe this happened. But he actually exceeded expectations, so I can't call him overrated. I can't.
No, that's why I said I can't call him it. He rebuilt his rating.
Yeah, the reason why I call it overrated, because the ratings he's getting, and this is again general consensus.
Now,
because of the ratings he's getting now, and I don't think it's justified in regard to. I think he's been a decent signing for Arsenal. I think he's done decent, but the whole singing the song, obviously, I talk to troops twice a week on live stream, so that doesn't help my viewpoint. And more so, this is aimed at him, but the whole hype around him, and I see what Havertz does. The song, which is not just him, the whole song being sung, and it's like you fell short. And he's a key part in that. To me, if you sign, if you sign a better attacking player, I think I can't say you win the league. You have a much better chance, is what I'd say. He's
the Jargon's Fulham. The Jargon's Fulham.
Well, no, exactly right. And here's the problem with a lot of football fans here, and I'm just coming from my room in Kansas City, Missouri. I am thousands of miles away from you guys, but what I can say about English Premier League fans is that you guys are there's so much recency bias that it's insane.
Thank you.
Nobody remembers what I'm surprised half of these people can remember what they had for breakfast, let alone what happened back in August.
No, TJ.
December.
What you need to understand is English Premier League fans are FIFA fans. This is the FIFA league, right?
Bro.
That is what it is. The most overrated player this season is Doku. Yeah, that Belgian Beetlejuice. Yeah,
the reason why I can't say
I never rated him, bro. So
I don't think he gets ratings. I think he had I think he had some ratings before, but I think everybody general consensus pretty much is like, yeah, he's terrible. I don't see apart from Vader, which I kind of get because he's your player. I don't see anybody defending him.
No. But because of how everyone had him when he came in, he's fast. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. Pundit saying this. Oh, he's benching Grealish and this and that. I'm like, fine. He's trash. He's trash.
He's a player that needs a lot of freedom, in my opinion. And if you're trying to
go to Manchester City.
Exactly. You know exactly what I'm going to say, Kaneki, is this guy, you're going into a Pep Guardiola system where if you try to take any liberties, you're going to get chewed out after the match if those liberties don't produce fruit. And that's what, I mean, again, Doku had the assist on the Foden goal. Great assist today, but you're also playing against West Ham. So, again, easy. But all I'm saying is look, his CV this season hasn't been fantastic. In big moments, he left. He got pocketed by Zinchenko when they were playing at we were playing at the Emirates.
Yes, but TJ.
Go ahead.
TJ,
sorry.
He has 99 pace on FIFA though.
Oh yeah, I know.
And
here's the thing: is I play a lot of FIFA. Go to TJ Warren TV. I play a lot of FIFA, guys.
Links in the title, people.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and still, I can recognize. I recognize the difference between a video game and real life.
A
Doku,
lot of these guys can't.
lot of pace, lot of step over. But other than that, he doesn't see the play. He's not near the level of 6 of the players that are playing around him game in and game out.
That is true. To the person in chat that said Mason Mount, let me tell you this: no one rates Mason Mount. He was never
That's
rated. He'll never
yeah,
be rated.
just
Yep.
trolling. It's like, yeah,
He's
he
trolling, bro.
Yeah, he was just he was expected, like as it was. Big up Cam for the super chat. He says 18 years and counting of calling this club bullshit out, so he's not happy about
Big up,
Arsenal obviously finishing runners up, which Cam has been very, very, very
So
accurate, very, very accurate. Like without doubt.
Cam said it earlier in the season as well, when they were looking at the title. Cam said it himself. He sat down and said, I'm not going to celebrate us being in the league because Arteta is going to try and tinker with something that doesn't need tinkering with, and it's going to cost them. Why did you play like that against Fulham? He tinkered against Fulham, Drew. He tinkered against Aston Villa, as TJ said right here. Why are you trying to fix something that's not broken? You tinkered against Aston Villa and it cost you. It cost you. I'm not in this whole City charges thing because I won a Carabao Cup and City was in it. So you can win something with
I hear that.
with Pep when Pep is there.
I really despise that. The whole we accept Pep's one of the GOATs. He sits at that table when it comes to. If you tell me right now, hey, someone says, hey, Pep's the best manager of all time, I think no disputing that. He sits at that table with the elite. However, everyone who sits at that table, including Pep, other managers have took league titles from them. Other managers have took Champions Leagues from them. Other managers have took domestic cups from them. It's not impossible. Is it extremely tough? Absolutely. Getting a league title of Pep is extremely tough. Not saying it's easy. However, it's possible. And the whole thing of, oh, well, it's Pep, so it's accepted. No, if City are at their best and win 38 games out of 38 games, I hear it to an extent. But you can actually debate and argue that City have been worse these past
This is the worst team they've had. This is the worst team they've had in 5 years. This is the worst team they've had in 5 years.
And
because
that's where it lies. I really dislike that. Like, you can't just roll. Arsenal went invincible. The rest of the league just didn't roll over and say, well, Arsenal went invincible with Wenger, so there's no way we can No, go on top of them. Fergie did what he did. Pep did what he did. Other managers and other teams said, all right, cool, we're going to challenge you. Like,
because as TJ's even said this season, and it's something because I've listened to his channel as well, everyone figured out Erling Haaland. City was becoming predictable. Arsenal should have capitalized on City being predictable. They didn't. When City was dropping points, I've always said this, from October to November is when City always starts dropping points. This is Pep's tinkering time. When he starts putting Bernardo Silva at left back, Akanji on the right wing. Like, this is when Pep starts doing foolishness. We've seen this. I'm not even making this up. You've seen this.
I know. No, you're true. No, it's true.
This man had Giorgio.
Like,
do you remember? At the ending part of the season, this man had Giorgio on the left wing. Man's a centre back. Yeah? Pep Guardiola starts doing these tinkering. In December, Arsenal did not punish City for their errors. They didn't. City was dropping and Arsenal were dropping with City. Like in this act of solidarity. You don't do that. You fall, I fall. No, you fall. You take advantage of them falling. You lost. City didn't lose a game in November, since December. Why was Arsenal dropping points then? From December to now, City hasn't lost a game, but Arsenal has. Why? You're not allowed to lose. You need to understand what Pep does in this league is that he demands perfection from every other team around him. To win this league, you can't drop stupid points. You cannot drop stupid points. That's something I've realized from Pep. In La Liga, in the Bundesliga, now you drop stupid points, Pep punishes you for it. Be real.
City and Arsenal won the same amount of games this season. They both won 20 games.
That's a scary thing. But listen, Arsenal decided that they wanted to lose 2 games.
Where we shouldn't have, and I just want to capitalize on what you were saying, Kaneki, and then I want to hear it from Jez. I'm assuming that's Jez.
Yeah,
That's me.
Yeah, there you go. Go Oklahoma City Thunder prop. I like it.
Yeah, man. Almost gonna wreck.
Look, no, Kaneki, you nailed it because he tinkered in April.
Why?
And he did that last season, and he did that the season before. And I'll never understand it. I'll never understand moving Kai Havertz back to the 8 for that Aston Villa game. I'll never understand it. And we called it out at that time, saying,
Yeah, I heard it in your live stream. You saw that. I remember word for word when you saw that lineup. What the fuck is Arteta doing? I remember your live stream. I was watching it. You saw that lineup and put your hand on your head and you were like, what are you doing? What are you doing? From I heard you say that, I'm like, Arsenal are dropping points today. Because you don't really question the lineup. I've never really seen you question the lineup that much. Or even like that. Usually you see a lineup and you're like, okay, I see what Arteta's doing.
Go back to my watch-alongs in December with the cups. But yeah, other than that, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm talking about in the league. No, I'm talking about in the league.
No, in the league for the most part, I agree. Yeah, in the league for the most part, I agree.
When I heard you look at the lineup, when I heard you look at it and you're like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, yeah, you guys are losing. From I saw you, every time when you've looked at the lineup and say, what the fuck is this? You've lost.
Yeah, because at this point, it like, especially after going undefeated from January to that point in the league, you go, okay, well, we have a formula. It's obviously not falling off. We haven't shown that we're going to fall off in the league using this starting 11. Blessed to have no injuries, and then he goes out and he tries to shoehorn in freaking Trossard in the 9 and Kai Havertz behind him, bro. We knew it wasn't going to work.
What live stream was it with Cam? Because I've heard him always bring up the months that he hates is February and April for Arsenal.
It's April.
Look, he says April.
April Fools never ends.
About April.
Yes. I remember Cam always says this. Cam said it last season as well. It was when you guys were top of the league in February. He said, we managed to break the February duck, but April is where I'm worried. Cam said this in a live stream in the Arsenal, Man United Arsenal show. I remember him saying this, that they managed to beat February, but April is where he's afraid because you guys always do dumb shit in April. I've never clocked that.
Yeah,
I feel bad. I feel bad for never clocking that. And I've been watching Arsenal for years. I've never clocked April for you guys. I've never clocked that.
And big up Cam because this is something that doesn't get called out enough by the Arsenal fan base, is that over the last, I think it was like 3 or 4 years before this season, we had 7 wins in April total over 4 years. That goes back to when we finished 8th, when we finished 5th, and don't remind me of that April when we finished 5th because we lost to freaking Tottenham, and it was one of the worst North London derbies I've ever seen us play. Oh, don't remember that. Yeah, no, and Jez remembers that for sure. Jez definitely remembers that. Freaking Harry Kane dunking on our head tops.
The build up was crazy to it as well because of Champions League. I remember that.
Bro, yeah, no, and we just had to hold it because that meant Tottenham went above us and we never recovered. We had to go to Newcastle the next week and we got slapped. It was absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, no, Cam called it 100%. And look, we kind of got that monkey off our back this year, but the damage had been done at that point. The damage had been done.
Yeah, because when you guys were coming to Old Trafford, I said it that I knew we were never going to win, but I'm saying you're not going to lose the league to us. I said you already lost the league, and you lost the league against that. I'm not even going to say Aston Villa. You lost to Iwobi. That draw against Iwobi, 10 men, much less.
Bro,
that's where you lost the league. It's not even.
It had to be Iwobi.
It's not. Yeah, it's not Aston Villa. Everyone is saying it's the Aston Villa game. It's not the Aston Villa game. It's Fulham, because I'm confident you guys would have at least gotten the goal difference. At least.
Yeah.
Even if it was one, because you lost the league by 2 points. That's the 2 points you dropped against Aston Villa, against Fulham.
That's crazy.
Fulham.
You know.
We dropped 5 points to Fulham and 6 to Aston Villa. I mean,
That's 11.
top performing teams do not do that.
You drew to a dusted Chelsea as well. Don't even forget
We
that
drew
one.
to a dusty Tottenham, bro.
And you lost to West
It
Ham
is
as
what
well.
it is.
Yeah.
Lost
Start
to
of the
West Ham at
season.
home.
West Ham at
Yeah,
home.
and they lost to West.
West Ham
Listen.
at home. It was what was his Mavropanos? Did he not score in that game?
Yeah, no,
Mavropanos-
former
If you
Arsenal
used to wear
player
an
too.
Arsenal shirt, you are guaranteed 1 goal at the Emirates. I guarantee it, bro. Guaranteed.
Bro, it's
So
crazy.
whenever I'm saying whenever I'm hearing like these mutants now saying the 115 charges and it's impossible to beat, as I've done it with Lex, I'm like, when you lost the league to City by 1 point, you could go back and point out the 3 games where you lost the league.
Mhm.
You realize you don't. I'm not even trolling. I'm
Yeah, I
speaking
know
with
you're not
TJ,
trolling.
I'm saying it. Yo, I am not looking at the Aston Villa game because I put Aston Villa 4th. Remember when you were asking me about the top 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Um,
said
Flawless. I had
Yeah,
Aston Villa 4th.
You did say 4th.
I had Aston Villa 4th. I had Man United 6th. I was wrong, but I had Man United 6th. I had some hope. When
Yeah,
we saw
well,
Mason Mount, when I saw Mason, we signed Mason Mount. I put us in the Europa League, dog. Damn, we got kicked out of Europe.
And big up before we carry on. Big up Casually for the raid as well. You lot make sure you subscribe to Casually
Big up,
FC.
Big up casually.
Big up everyone else who was over there. Continue to get your questions in, but let's run up these likes. There's now over 160 people in here, only at 53 likes. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Let's run up the likes. Hit the subscribe button as well, because I know everyone who's watching now definitely has not hit the subscribe button. And if you're watching this back, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to TJ's channel. Links in the title. It's also underneath in the description, also on the featured channel page. But click the link in the title. It opens up a new tab as well. It's a good question from Jesters. He
That's the
says,
question.
we're talking about Grealish. So he says Grealish can be and had to be this summer. And on that topic, so basically he's asking about Grealish this summer. So he says, United, Chelsea, Spurs, and Arsenal, where would Grealish fit best? United are up in
Arsenal.
I'd say us.
No.
I would have
Arsenal.
Spurs. Arsenal would have been second. I would have said Spurs because he reminds me of Kulusevski. But like,
Well, can I make? No, actually, no. Jess hasn't talked. Go, Jess.
Oh,
No, it's all good. It's all good. Now, I mean, Grealish. I think the main issue would be wages. I think that's the main thing
we're
because like
talking
nobody
playing style. Yeah, obviously.
playing style, yeah, but in terms if it's just playing style and fit, yeah, you can definitely fit an our star like guys like him, Sancho, all these guys could actually ironically fit in our star.
I would say Spurs, and Arsenal would have been
Yeah.
my second choice.
People aren't going to like what I have to say. Just real quick.
Yeah, go on, TJ.
Trossard has been very, very good on the wing for us this year, but he has not been good when he starts. Jack Grealish can start a game, and then you can bring on a Trossard as an impact sub, right?
Yeah.
But
That was what I was going to say.
that leaves Martinelli up for question. And look, Martinelli's been sus all season, and it's something that needs to be talked about a little bit more because a lot of people at this point last season were rating Martinelli with a higher ceiling than Bukayo Saka. Those conversations were going on. So I would want to see a Jack Grealish come in and force the wingers to perform at that higher level. Obviously, we would have to pay a lot of money for him, but I think he would fit this team very, very well. And, obviously he wasn't at Man City when Arteta was there, but it's the same mold. It's the same kind of system. It's the same kind of atmosphere.
The reason why I said Arsenal point blank is one name and one name alone, Alexis Sanchez. Look at Grealish. Look at how he dribbles, how he carries the ball, takes on people, commits, forces oppositions to have to double team and triple team him. Alexis Sanchez. The space that he would create on that pitch for your striker, for Odegaard to run into. Why I'm saying is like this is that he operates in a way that brings everybody, that would bring out the best in everyone. Because one, I don't care. I don't know what your fan base sees in shite and smelly, because I'm telling you that guy is from Ecuador. All right, that man is not Brazilian. I'm tired of these fake Brazilians coming into the Premier League. All right, that man is from Ecuador. Okay. Why I'm saying Grealish is because of this. Your wing, you don't have how would I say, you don't have a Maverick in your team. You don't. You do not have a Maverick in your team. Arsenal has always had a Maverick. Van Persie, Mesut Ozil, Alexis Sanchez, Cesc Fabregas, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp. You man have always
Aubameyang when he was here.
Aubameyang, freaking
Lacazette, sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah. Freaking Theo Walcott. Yeah. Like, you man have always have Mavericks. You don't have a Maverick in your team anymore. You don't have anyone in your team. For example, I'm going to bring up, this is complete apologies, well, not really apologies, because I don't like you guys. When we were playing against you at the Emirates back in 2017, when Mourinho was shouting at Pogba to park the bus against Arsenal, and he took the ball and just ran through your entire midfield by himself, like 4 or 5 Arsenal players trying to tackle him, and he's just going past players. You've always had that player in your team. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Any Arsenal fan, correct me if I'm wrong. Alexis Sanchez taking the ball on the left, beating 2-3 players, going into the box, winning a penalty. You force teams to go out of shape trying to stop your main player. You've always had this. Could you imagine what a proper striker and Saka and Odegaard would look like now if you have someone on your team that demands your opponent's attention? Like, these guys are dangerous, but we have to stop him. It's like
Go ahead.
It's like I was saying it before when everyone was saying you have a threat and you have the danger. You can nullify a threat, but the danger will always be there. You guys have threats in your team, but there's no danger there. There's no danger. Rice is a threat, is a goal threat. Odegaard is a goal threat. Saka is a goal threat. Trossard is a goal threat. Havertz is a goal threat. But who's the danger in your team?
You're 100%
danger.
You're 100% correct, and this is why I go back to some of the big fans in our club. Again, I'm not judging how people decide to support the club, but the people who support the club, who say that we have world-class players in this team that can create something out of nothing, is just absolute bullshit. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous to me that people come out here and say, oh yeah, Saka is absolutely world-class. He is an incredible player. Don't get me wrong. He's one for the future. I don't even think we've scratched the surface of the potential of Bukayo Saka. But the problem is, in his current form right now, he's not world class. He can't create something out of nothing. So the people that are going to try to take the copium and say, oh yeah, he's our star boy, he's going to be the guy. I'm a big Bukayo Saka fan, by the way. I love Bukayo Saka. Great player. The problem is, though, is that people are overrating him to say, oh yeah, he's world class at 22. He's not. He can't create something out of nothing. If he gets triple teamed, double teamed like he did during most of the season this season, people don't give him space. He doesn't create. Same with Odegaard. If people smother Odegaard, we're not generating anything from that right-sided 8 position, that right-sided 10 position. We're just not doing it. So I agree with you, Kaneki, that we need that spark, we need that maverick, but the market is so bad right now that I don't think that we find it. I don't think that we find it.
I can name you 4 right now.
Okay, name me 4 right now. I would love to hear it, bro. Because honestly, I don't see it. And here, look, name them, but then say whether or not Arsenal would actually be able to reel these people.
Okay. Well, let's have Flawless go to the super chat and then I'll start.
Yeah. Big up to Cam for another super chat. Appreciate it. It says, TJ, don't worry though. And he's put in quotation marks. We go again next season, lads.
Oh, this is something
emoji and cool. I've seen that all over the timeline. And hey man, you man just setting up to buy. You just lining up to buy the Kool-Aid next year, you lot.
So, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that wasn't a thing that actually was trending.
We go again next season, man. We challenge.
We go again next season, bro. And I can't like.
We go again, lads.
I don't obviously. I don't want to go into these man like crazy because I talked something already midweek about it when we lost City, and I said the season was a wrap already. And shout out to Kudus. A Ghanaian that I can actually be proud of, man. What a goal against City.
What a goal!
What a goal, man. A Ghanaian that I can be proud of. Now it's just simple. I said it in the group chat already, in the Sarkison City group chat. I see all these things after at full time from Arsenal fans on socials, on YouTube. Also, shout out to TJ and Lee Gunners and the Dumb Pods and the Yardmans who've been real about it. But to the other Arsenal fans, and it can come as well, but the other Arsenal fans, and obviously AJ as well, sorry, because there's a lot of Arsenal fans who actually speak the truth. But to those that don't, those Arsenal fans that say, we go again next season, we challenged, we did everything, we did the team did us proud, we go again next season. All these things that Tottenham fans were saying back in the day, during the Poch era, and Arsenal fans, these are the same Arsenal fans who bantered us during that whole time, saying the same things under Pochettino. And they would always say, bottle jobs, loser mentality, these guys will never win something. No, when I listen to all what they say now, this is literally what Tottenham fans were saying all during this whole period under Poch. It's the same shit. So not all of a sudden it's cool, proud of the team, we challenged. It's Pep Guardiola, one of the greatest managers of all time. But when it's Tottenham, all of a sudden these guys be like, butter jobs, you should have won it then. Should have beaten this team or that team to win it. So it's again just calling out hypocrites in their fan base who then will go at people who
Vader, congrats. And I forgot to even say that, man. Also, to any of the 15 City fans who may be watching, congratulations, man. Thoroughly deserved.
Congratulations, Vader. But the fact that you're too afraid to come on after all the celebrating is waffle, bro. Like you absolute coward. Come on. Get on the stream matched up, bro. Come on now.
Yeah, but
carry on, Joe. Carry on.
It's crazy because like those same Arsenal fans who were going at Tottenham fans back in the day are going at fans like Cam, fans like Northside, Lee Gunner, TJ, Cam. Like they would go at those Arsenal fans and say, how can you not support this team? This team broke the invincible record. This team did us proud. We are challenging against one of the best teams again. He got us out of the trenches. Yeah, he got us out of the trenches. But let's talk about the CV, man, because the only trophy that he has won was with a squad that wasn't even his, and he got rid of all of them. Only some of them stayed, but they don't even play anymore. They don't even play. So we want to talk about the European record. Saying as Tottenham kind of off. Saying as Tottenham, they don't want to talk about them. The Premier League this season. I mean, you guys already went into detail already what happened in terms of the season, and the clapback is. Yeah, but you can't expect this team to go. You can't expect this team to go and get every single result. Well, the reality is that if you want to win the Premier League, sometimes you have to do certain things in order to make it happen. Sometimes you have to just make it happen, regardless of it. And if you don't make it happen, and the expectation was winning the league, you can't just not say sugarcoat it and say, but at least we tried. No, fuck all that. City knew. They couldn't at some point. City knew at this back end of the season, knew they couldn't even throw a game because they knew how hot Arsenal are, and Arsenal most likely not even going to drop points either. What did City do? Got the job done. People were saying, Tottenham can go and maybe do something. Nope. They said Fulham could do something. Fulham slapped forward past them. They said Wolves can do something against them. Slapped forward past them, 5 past them. Again. Doing what you're supposed to do when you know who you're going up against, and people will excuse games like Aston Villa, but when let's be honest, was anybody scared that City was going to throw points against West Ham at their own ground?
No, apart from Vader.
Hell no,
just Vader.
Yeah, just wait.
Vader's on that agenda though.
Vader was out here trying to tell us something, and I'm like,
Vader was afraid of Luton Town and Kenilworth.
Wait till he's on his pep era right now.
Yeah. I say all the time.
He will tell you like Pep Pep would slap the team 4-0 and say so good they
Yeah,
were. And I was saying like in this stupid Spanish accent as well. The waiters and that type of shit.
So good.
So I don't. So I ignore waiters on that. But and if you in this era where we have seen it for how many years has Pep been here? How many seasons?
Too fucking long, man. That's how many.
Too long. He's been here too long, fam.
Bro,
He's been
wait,
goddamn long.
for the whole era. Nearly.
And the rain days.
Fam,
And the
Yes, when Pep came here, Robin and Ribery were still at Bayern Munich.
That's crazy.
Pep came here, when Pep was here, Ribery and Robin was still at Bayern
That's
Munich.
crazy.
Fam.
That's crazy. So he's been here for the longest time. But the most time that we all know is that since Pep has been pretty much here, outside his maybe first 2 seasons, maybe you know the standards what it is to take a league title, which is you cannot afford to lose some games, especially at home. Arsenal would be league titles if they just at least beat West Ham at home. We're not even talking about the Aston Villa game. One
Fulham,
game difference.
it's the Fulham game that pissed that.
Of course. Fulham is another game. There's games that we can go and put it into perspective and stuff like that. But the fact that they lost to West Ham at home, by the way, during that period, I remember West Ham fans wanted Moyes out badly. They wanted them out. I think there were even discussions that Moyes can get sacked as well during that period of the season. Moyes, shout out to Moyes, man. Another record that Ten Hag broke for him now. Crazy. But I'm just sitting here saying that I just don't understand those Arsenal fans who are trying to make it out to be like it was impossible to beat this Man City side.
No,
you guys are the same guys.
Thank you for saying that.
You guys are the same Arsenal fans who said in January Pep is finished, Haaland is finished, and KDB is finished. These are the same Arsenal fans. No, they're saying, but you gotta respect this. This is a 4-time. They're trying to use a narrative of that he four-peating on why they butted the league. Do you know how crazy that is? And then, like I said, if this was exactly my club, that's why I take it a bit more personal. But if that was my club, they wouldn't have it. That's why I say that's why shout out to Yardman because I watched his fan cam. He was pressing Robbie on that shit.
Yardman killed it today.
What's your Robbie has his cronies. Robbie has his cronies around him. So
I'm gonna definitely watch that.
When Yardman was pressing him, his cronies were out here trying to shut him up, fam.
Because I remember last season it was the whole, and shout out to Don Robbie, godfather of this thing, but the whole I don't like the word But if that was Spurs, what would it have been?
It would have been the first thing said immediately.
You would have brought in a 40-pack of Aquafina, bro. Like that's what Robbie does. And look, like shout out to Don Robbie. I've met him before. Really, really nice guys. All those AFTV guys, really, really nice guys. But at the same time, they prop up
mediocrity,
toxic positive mediocrity, back the boys, support the club, blah blah blah, but it doesn't actually advance anything. It doesn't advance our standing.
Before you go. So Lee Slim's in the chat. Obviously, we're not talking about all Arsenal fans. Of
course, we're talking about those specific ones.
It applies. Same way if anyone was here outside the Connect, you're talking about Manchester United fans saying this, that, and the third about the manager or the players. It's if it applies to you. If the shoe fits for it, like if it don't apply, sensible Arsenal fans out there, like TJ, like Lee Gunner, like Northside, like Troops. The list goes on. But then
people don't get it twisted. Obviously, I'm gonna let you go on the second part because obviously you want to probably put input as well. But obviously, don't get it twisted, people. I don't call I don't say every single Arsenal fan. I'm just saying to that specific Arsenal fan base, that part of that fan base I'm talking about, who would do these things and throw it around and know they're trying to sugarcoat it, like it's all good. Well, us Tottenham fans, we had to hold it, and it's all good. I'm not saying we didn't deserve the cooking and shit like that, when we did deserve to cook. But I'm saying when it's time to get cooked, don't run away, don't go anywhere, man. And there's one thing I also want to mention. We talk about transfer. So people obviously comparing it to Tottenham, what Arsenal doing with Pochettino. But I think it's worse because look at how much money Arteta's about to go and spend. This summer he could go past 1 billion spent at Arsenal and has only won one trophy that wasn't even his squad. Guess who Pochetino's biggest signing was under his era? In terms of value, it was Sissoko.
Was it
Sissoko
Muniz?
was all.
Wait, Sissoko costs more than Sissoko costs.
I know.
He
I'm not
costs more than Dele Alli.
Dele Alli was like 5 mil, 8 mil. He wasn't expensive at all.
Dele
Yeah,
Alli
Dele
was
was
on a
No,
cheap.
I'm
Dele was extremely cheap. Yeah, obviously, and Dombele and Lo Celso, they came under Poch, but that was pretty much when Poch got sacked in the season. So I don't really include that specific
How
season.
much did you guys sign Dembele for? Musa Dembele.
Bro, we signed him for like under 30 million
Crazy.
or
Still.
30 million, just about that. Like I said, Sissoko was the most expensive player during the period for 35 million pounds. Look at how much Arsenal have spent over the whole period, but yet Arteta is all hail Arteta. He's improving the players. Nah, bro, you're spending hella money, and you still not achieving shit. And then those Arsenal fans who then have a problem with that, getting shit from Arsenal fans who say, "Oh, how can you rate it? He just want to make sure this team is going to be able to compete." Nah, bro. When you go and spend some money, there needs to be certain expectations. Shit, there's more Tottenham fans after Ange than there's Arsenal fans after Arteta. And Arteta's been here for 4 years, spending all this money, making record signing deals for the Premier League, for the football club. But yeah, this is all I have to say, to be honest. Like, I said most of it already on Wednesday.
And Jez is cooking, by the way. Just real quick, Jez is cooking, by the way, because there were 60,000 Arsenal fans on their feet clapping today. Clapping.
Go on.
For coming second. And you know what? Until the standards change, then I mean, this is what we're stuck with. Sorry.
Go on,
ahead.
Bram, your thoughts, and then we'll go to CP because we got to close out to get over to the playback for the Nuggets Wolves game 7. People, yeah, go on, Bram.
It's because of things like this where I say Arsenal, like, you're no longer a big club. And this is mainly aimed at their fans. Not people like TJ or whatever, of course, but like,
No. Prime, you have to bring it up. You have Arsenal fans and you have Arsenal. You're talking of Arsenal right now.
Yeah, I know, but like people who behave like this.
Yeah, the
guys
Arsenal
talk real
fans.
big I know you guys talk real big when things are all going good, but when things go bad, we're never allowed to speak on it. Someone put out a tweet and said, "Why is everyone talking about Arsenal? What about Man United and the season they're having?" People have bantered Chelsea this season, $1 billion spent, and you're 12th. People have bantered Man United, the worst season in
400 million and we're 8th.
their history in the Premier League. People have bantered Spurs, 10 games unbeaten and you've bought all the title or whatever. People have bantered Liverpool. But when it comes to Arsenal, we're never allowed to speak on it. Last season, lost the title. We can't call it a bottle job. But when it's Spurs with Poch, it's a bottle job. When it's Liverpool, it's a bottle job. When it's everyone else, we're allowed to laugh. Arsenal fans laugh the loudest when it comes to other clubs. When it comes to speaking about Arsenal, we're not allowed to speak on it. Oh, you guys are hating on us. Why does everyone hate Arsenal? Why does everyone hate Arsenal? It's because we don't like the fans. If everybody, whether you're a Villa fan, whether you support Real Madrid, whether you support Galatasaray, if everybody hates Arsenal fans, maybe they're the problem. And again, to clarify, not people like TJ or Northside or Lee Gunner, but the obnoxious, arrogant Arsenal fans.
Arsenal.
People like Igal, big up Igal. People like that, like Dawood and etc. The obnoxious, arrogant Arsenal fans who act as if no one else can speak about their club, or everyone's always hating when they tell the truth. People who attack and target the likes of TJ for being balanced and sensible. I've seen TJ this season. I watched him, his channel, I watched him on streams.
He's not even that.
His club. I've seen TJ praise players who praise your club, but in the same breath, you've also been critical at times. And people will say, "Oh, don't be negative, be positive." But at the end of the day, what's come of it? Nothing. You haven't won anything.
It's how I saw them go at Cam.
If this is Chelsea, we laugh. But it's Arsenal, we can never.
It's not funny.
We're not allowed. We're not allowed.
The way how I saw them go at Cam, fam, is how I saw them go at Cam. When Arsenal were doing good this season, Cam was still critical of them. Cam wasn't really praising like, "Oh, we won 5-0, we won 6-0. Cam is like, "Yo, do this again. Do this again. Do this again." When when they were playing against Bayern, Cam wasn't like pray for Bayern. Cam is like it's still Bayern. If you go there and don't show them respect, we're going to lose. Fam, why do Bayern fans hate Arsenal? Bayern ain't even here. Bayern is not in the Prem. Bayern has no reason to hate you. PSG fans don't like Arsenal. Bayern fans don't like Arsenal. Dortmund doesn't like Arsenal. Real Madrid don't like you. Barcelona doesn't like you. Like, fam, you're hated universally. And it's not because you win. Your fan base is shit. That's the reason. My club has ruined childhoods. Real Madrid has made grown men cry. Arsenal are just your fans are
Hazard made me
just
cry,
piss
but go
people off. Yeah, your fans just piss people off. Hearing Igal try and tell me that Declan Rice is better than Chouameni, when we've seen a World Cup happen that proves to you why Declan Rice is nowhere near Chouameni. Yeah. As bad as Mendy is, my national team that I support is France. As bad as Ferland Mendy is, Zinchenko is nowhere near him as a left back.
Hey, Kaneki,
Yeah,
let me just say, Man City, people don't like Man City. People talk about 115 charges. No one wants Man City to do the 4P, etc., etc. But people would still rather Man City win the league than see Arsenal fans happy. People hate Arsenal fans.
right.
Arsenal fans. People don't
One
understand.
We're gonna close out.
Let's go.
Let me get to CP. Hey, CP, you there? Yo, is he even there? If he's not related to this question, or what, he dropped in it. Did he drop something? I think in 2 minutes. All right, let me get to this before CP. Don't worry, man. I'll give you the 2 minutes to say, or you've got to say into Lee Slims. Big up to you. Can't wait to get to this as well, because you are a member as well. He says the only thing to be ashamed of is losing to a few teams earlier in the season, but which team didn't lose a game they were supposed to win in the first half of the season? That's all well and good, but what happens in the end is what we talk about. Let's say, for argument's sake, Arsenal win this league title. You know what us six would be here doing, Lee Slims? Talking about where Manchester City went wrong. Where did they drop points? Anytime Manchester United under Fergie lost the league title, the whole conversation, even though it wasn't on here, the conversation, mainstream media would do it. I would do it within my family, within my friends. I'm sure Kaneki did as well. We would talk about, okay, this is where we lost it. All right, we drew here. We lost to this team, whatever the case may be. Same way Arsenal under Arsene Wenger, same way Chelsea years when they failed to us, and vice versa. I'm sure Prime, I'm sure CP, I'm sure Lewis, I'm sure Surfer, I'm sure all the Chelsea fans you've seen would have had conversations during the season where they finished second to Manchester United and go, oh, we lost. The Liverpool sides under Rafa Benitez, they will look at that. Ryan's mentioned this. I'm sure Lex would say the same as well. Oh, we lost it here. Like, that's the whole point. You're going to lose battles. You're going to lose battles, but do you win the war? City won the war, so we're not discussing the battles they lost. However, if they were to lose the league title this yesterday, technically now, we'd be talking about, well, they drew here, they lost here, Pep did this, signings didn't work out, etc. But they won.
Them failing to beat Arsenal here, them dropping points here. But it always brings back to it. And you're saying about this, City won the 4P. You need to understand that no one cares. I'm seeing City fans come out on media platforms saying they're breaking history and no one's talking about it. I'm like, fam, no one cares about you and your 15 fans, fam. You man won a treble and no one talks about it. If Arsenal won a treble, till right now we'd still hear about it. You man have won a 4P, and by July, no one's going to be talking about the 4P.
No
one cares when you win.
Nobody was talking about it today. Nobody cared. And this is what it is. And the funny part about it is that when it comes to this, thing to be ashamed losing a few teams earlier this season, but which team didn't? Yeah, you say that, which is true. It's true. Yeah. Like not every team goes invincible every season. That happens. Yeah. But
so to add on to this,
why is this a bad thing? Sorry, CP, you go next anyway. But why is it a bad thing just quickly, why is it a bad thing that we call out just certain results? Why is it a bad thing? We have honest conversations, and I think this is what a lot of football fans in general struggle to have: honest conversations about their own football team, and being able to understand that you failed there, and this is the reason why you couldn't achieve your achievements. And obviously, I think Lee Silver said something about why is nobody going after Liverpool, because nobody even expected Liverpool to compete this season. Let's be
Well,
honest.
we did, and the thing is, we did when they fell off. Liverpool got clowned in
Yes,
particular.
and they got cooked.
when they
That's
They did get cooked. Yeah.
when
Yeah, I
they,
remember the far Klopp
I
ball on
just
the
advised
bullshit
Liverpool with the passion
documentary.
number one up. Like we fell up. I'm the one. I've been clowning Klopp on his platform for the longest. I said, I think 2-3 years ago, hey, Klopp won't win another major trophy at Liverpool, and people looked at me like I was crazy, and I was spot on. As good as he did at Liverpool, as great as a manager as he was. It was done like they got one of everything buffet settings, but it flows yours, CP.
So you bring up a great point about when I go to Monza other channels today, and they had Arsenal fans there. I'm sorry, there's no sense of humility. There's no sense of these, like you were saying, this is where we drop points, Fulham and so forth, or Villa, or even going at it with City, at City, right? No, they're always like, oh, this is big bag City, it's Pep, how can we beat them? The funny thing is, we did this with Conte's first season. If you have a good enough manager, you can do it. We beat Pep 3 times in a row during the time we won the Champions League. In the league, in the FA Cup, and in the Champions League in 1 month. We beat them. He's not that big, bad and scary. He's lost to Lyon. He's lost to Monaco.
I've seen Oli do it.
As managing Man City, he lost to Monaco. He got knocked out in the round of 16. He lost in the quarterfinals to Lyon. He's not unbeatable, guys. Come on. What are we doing here? And if you guys are doing the woe is me, you know who the biggest woe is me I can give actual credit to? Liverpool. They got 97 points and lost 1 game the entire season, and they came second.
Yeah. And you know what?
They lost 1 game. They were almost undefeated, and they lost the league.
And on top of that, CP, we still say both of those seasons. What I say is, you lot should have done better.
The funny part is, they actually the season they lost the league, the 97.1 or the other one they lost by 1 point. They won the Champions League.
Yeah, that's true.
Or they picked up a Carabao Cup against us the season they were going for the quad. They won the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. They won something. They got something. Something.
Yeah, well, Arsenal won the heart of the fans.
Yeah, they did.
And the thing is, and I'm not giving Poch proper anything, but how you guys went from 8th, 5th, and then 1st. Why can't other teams do that? We're literally 5th. I'm not saying we're gonna challenge for the league, but if we're getting Osimhen or certain other strengths as well, we're definitely gonna be a harder time for you guys in the league. We're like other teams are gonna join this rate. When United do their rebuild apparently, right? With these new people they're gonna bring in and new, right? I'm not saying they're gonna challenge for the league, but they would be tougher than this season. Spurs, I'm guessing with Ange, with a bit more backing, would be tougher than they are this season.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Slot is gonna take a year to get his thing implemented this coming season. It's basically
I'm not giving him a year. I'm saying it right now. With Slot, give him 6-7 months.
But even that that's not like they can be on the go right away, right? So this is
they're not going to be on the go.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a 2-horse race from the get-go for Arsenal. So they have no excuse from day one. And they can't be like, I heard fans being like, oh, this season we realized that the title race starts in the first game day. You know, guys, who could have told you that? Liverpool, 5 years ago. How are we discovering these things now? We learned this 5 years ago already. Why are you acting like you discovered fire first when we already first saw this 5 years ago?
CP, is what Flawless says. Everybody's trying to rediscover the wheel.
It's like, no offense, it's like Europeans discovering North America when we knew the Vikings were there 1,000 years ago. Thank you, man. Thanks for discovering North America again. Thanks, man, Christopher Columbus. Good job.
Hey, history lessons on that. And
on
that note, we are going to close out, people, because we need to get over to the.
Also, nothing against you, TJ, man. You're one of the.
No, I don't take any of it personally, bro.
Yeah. Unfortunately, TJ is like one of the sensible ones, so you can't I can't be like, oh, TJ, you said this and that, because he sees what's on the horizon, same as Cam. But hey, once Tony's back here, we will be having interesting conversations, people. Shout out to Tony, though. Make sure you.
I need to ask him about. I need to ask him if he's stargazing everything is working.
Yeah, he said it. I want to know about next season. I don't want to know his thoughts on this season, but we
Oh
are
my
going to close
God.
out. Let me know in the chat, please, people, who's live to redirect to. We're heading over to the playback for Game 7 of the Denver Nuggets.
Come on,
Minnesota
Denver.
Timberwolves game, people. Denver Nuggets,
Hey,
Minnesota
the stars aligned for
Timberwolves
Arsenal.
game 7. Say that again.
The stars aligned. It's just Arsenal didn't.
Yeah, that's true, man. He did
Okay,
get that.
all right.
That is true. But yeah, subscribe to TJ Warren TV. TJ, let them know what you got coming up over the next few days, etc., and all that good stuff.
Yeah. I saw a couple of people in the chat, which is extremely humbling, asking me when my when my next EAFC stream is gonna be.
Love that.
Because they love watching me
Love
lose
that.
my shit.
Love
It's
that.
hilarious. No cap.
So big up everybody that watches that. I'll go live on Tuesday evening, people, if you guys want to see that. It'll be a lot of fun. And I think there'll be a little bit of edge to it just because of this weekend. But yeah, all the regular shows are going. I'm gonna run one of those. It's one of those things shows. I will be on American Waffle tomorrow on Staffy TV. Season-ending show. Vader's gonna come in and show us his title belt. Good for him. Congratulations to Manchester City. Obviously, they deserve it. And then obviously American Idiots runs every single week, no matter what. So Friday, 9 p.m. UK time. Tune in, subscribe to TJ Warren TV. People, we are on the road to 1,200 subscribers. So if you are willing to help us out, we really, really appreciate it. Big up everybody. Prime, CP, obviously Kaneki and Jez, and this absolute criminal flawless. Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
Hey, love every time. Again, TJ Warren TV. Link is in the title. So you can click the link, opens up a new tab, go subscribe. There's over 150 of you lot in here. It's also underneath in the description and on the featured channel page. Lee Gunn is live, so we're going to redirect over to him. But we're going over to the playback, people, for, like I said, it's already tipped off. Denver Nuggets, Minnesota Timberwolves game 7. So if you're an NBA fan, head over there. If you have a league pass, you can use it to sync up with us because the game will be on the screen. I'm also giving out VIP passes for the game, people. So if you want to watch the game, just come over from the YouTube, say big up, let us know what your username is in the chat, and you can watch along with us. Go over to the playback, as you can see here, NBA, Premier League, Champions League, and gaming content all over on the playback. So it's playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV, playback.tv/Sarcasm City TV, or just download the Playback app on whatever device. But come follow, because we've gone over 300 followers on there. As to here, run up the likes. Please make sure, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back, hit the subscribe button as well. And we are available on all audio platforms as well. So all the shows you see on the channel, apart from watch-alongs, are available on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc., as well. And you lot know how we redirect. 16/10 rate. You already know when we redirect over to League Gunner, 16/10 rate. And there's only one way to end the final Q&A of the Premier League season, even though we will continue with the shows. And it's with this story.
By the way,
but
can
here
I
we
just
are.
say, the two girls below us are looking 16 out of 10s today, both of them.
All right, big up the panel. As for so yeah, people, as again, we back today, 4:30 p.m. UK time, Talk Your Ish fan calling show. So I'll be live on that, and then the Yardman show will be midnight with myself, Kaneki, and Lex. But love to everyone that's locked in. See you lot on the playback. And this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in, and big up to everyone for all the super chats as well, all the mods, all the members, real ones. Respect.
Going